Hi everyone, I'm Janneke and welcome to my channel Books and Stitches, wherein I sometimes talk about books but mainly about cross-stitch. This is no exception. This will be my Flosstube vlog of the week, couple of weeks. I don't know how long yet. We're about halfway through July and I have not done any stitching or reading this month. I have been in a real depressive episode. I'm not going to go too deeply into it because I want this channel to be positive. But yeah, it's just been a struggle to do things lately, but I really, really want to get back into it, both reading and stitching. My last video was a 24-hour challenge wherein I tried to get myself to get back into it. That didn't really work. I mean, it worked during that video, but then since I finished that challenge, I have not touched anything. So yeah, it didn't really work, but we're just going to try again to get back into it. This is just going to be more of my regular style. So I will work on a couple projects, show you what it will look like finished, where I start from, and then I'll film some updates as I'm stitching. So my idea is to work on 2 or 3 of my main projects and then do a round of my game stitching. If you're new here, I have a total of 18 projects. Works in progress, and 10 of them are attached to a game that I play based on a reality show. I will go more into depth on it when I actually get to that, but the other 8 are just like main project stitches, and I just have goals for them, and I rotate for them until I reach a goal, and then I will work on the next one. Most of those goals are just 1,000 stitches. So the project whose turn it is right now is Ariel. This is a project. The artwork is by Hannah Alexander. I was like, that's not right. Hannah Alexander. And this is what it will look like finished. It was charted by Make It Pink Design. I love it. It is a lot bigger than I realized, and there are a lot of really big chunks of block color, especially in the skirt, which I'm trying to finish right now. So I will continue working on the skirts, but that is going to be quite boring, I think, which is probably part of why I haven't really been motivated to pick it up. Not that I've been motivated to pick up anything else either, but it probably isn't helping. But we're just going to work on it now. I think maybe I'll reach the end of this color. I'm not sure because it does go a lot farther than it looks like, but this is where I will be starting from. I'll fold it out and show you the whole piece in a bit, but right now I'm working on this greenish yellowish color, and it continues this way, and it looks like it's nearly done, but I know it goes farther to the right, I think, than it looks like, or maybe it's left, I don't know, it doesn't matter. So I'll do 1,000 stitches and we'll see if that finishes off that color or not. For the full piece, this is where I'm at so far. So honestly, quite far already. I love the way she's looking. I am really excited to finish the skirt because then I want to backstitch her, at least half of her, before I continue up. I'm not doing any beading on this one. I've replaced the beads with Krynic. So there is some shine, but there are meant to be beads in here as well. And I don't have any beads for this project. But yeah, that is it. This is on 36 count, 2/2, I believe. There are a lot of blends and half stitches and no, not half stitches, like quarter stitches, but the end result is stunning. So yeah, I love it. I have a couple more patterns by Make It Pink that I really want to stitch. So I need to finish this one first before I do that. One that I'm really excited about is Flora from Winx Club. She charted a couple of Winx Club characters made by Hannah Alexander, and her Flora I just love. So I really want to stitch that one as well. Also, if you're a regular viewer, you might notice I've cut my hair. It ended up being a bit shorter than I wanted it, but I am liking it, and it's just so much lighter. It feels so much nicer on my head because my hair is really, really heavy, especially if I haven't been to the hairdresser. Is that what it's called in English? I think so. If I haven't had it cut in a while, because I don't just get it cut, I also get it thinned out. So it's just so much lighter now. And it will grow back. And probably when it's as long as it was before I had it cut, I'll get it cut again. I don't really get it cut all that often, like maybe once or twice a year. I should probably get it done more often, but I don't know. I don't like change, which is weird, right? Because now I've had a really big change. But for me, it doesn't really matter that much if it's a big change or a small change. It still takes the same amount of time to get used to it. Sorry, there are some cats being really loud outside. I don't know if you can hear that, but it is distracting me. Anyway, I still need to get used to the change, no matter if it's a small one or a big one. So I figured might as well do a big one so that I don't have to get changes as often. I can just spend a long time having it slowly grow back again. Anyway, it is getting quite late, so I don't know how much I'll get done today, but I am going to do some stitching today, and then tomorrow is really busy, but hopefully I'll just get back into the rhythm of like normal, regular life. So yeah, I'll get some stitching done I have the thread right here, 3047. I think we're going to do 1,000 stitches in this color, because I don't think we can reach another color, but we'll see. And then we're getting really close to finishing the bottom of the dress. I think 1 or 2 more times after this rotation and we'll get that done. I don't like how straight this piece of hair is. Like, this is like all curly and nice, and then this is really straight. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm just looking at myself in the camera and noticing it a lot more than I normally am. But yeah. Anyway, I'm just gonna get some stitching done. Thank you for watching this video, and I will check in with you when I have something to show you. Hi, I'm back. It is now Saturday the 18th, I believe. And I finished my stitches on Ariel. My fan is on because it is really hot. So I'm sorry if the noise is annoying, but it is too hot to be without it right now. But I did my stitches on Ariel. I actually did 154 extra because I finished the color. When I reached 1,000, there was only 154 more left in this color, in this part of the dress, and I decided to just finish it off. So I did 1,154 stitches. And this is now done. There is one more color that goes below here before the bottom of the dress is finished and I can start back stitching it. But that is like another 2,500 stitches, so it'll be a bit before I get that done. But this is what it looks like fully now. I love it. I'm so excited to have made some real progress on this. I love that I'm now finished with the color. It feels like I'm actually moving along. I spent so long on this color that it felt like I was not making any progress, even though I did do 1,000 stitches every time, just because there were so many stitches of this color in that particular block. But I'm very happy to have finished it now. So next time I pull it out, I will move on to the color below it, and we'll work on that a couple of times before I reach it. But for now, let's pick the next project I'm gonna work on. I don't know if I'm gonna do any more stitching today. It is still kind of early in the evening, but I am really tired, so I'm not sure. I might just play some video games instead, or just like lay on the couch. I don't know. But we're gonna pick whatever I will work on so I can grab it, and it will be within reach whenever I do end up stitching again. I'm just shuffling all the cards that have my projects on them. So I think I explained it quickly, but I have like 8 projects in my main rotation that I work on, and they all have like a little goal. Like Ariel had 1,000 stitch goal. So I'm just shuffling them and picking one at random because I hate making decisions. So this is what we're working on. Woo, 6. We're going to do 1,000 stitches on 6. That is another one that will be quite easy. That's mainly block stitching again. I will pull it out and show it to you soon. But real quick, that I'm going to just mention the details right now because I remember to do it right now and I usually forget. 6 is technically 6 different patterns that I'm combining into one. It is based on the musical 6, which is based on Henry VIII Six Wives. And the design is by Taylor and Cromwell. I am doing it on, I believe, 16 or 18 counts. I'm not sure which. 2/1 full cross. I think that's all the information about it. I'm currently working on Catherine Parr. Actually, my printout is really like abused. It's not pretty anymore. So I'm just going to show you what it will look like finished on my tablet in Stats. So this is what it will look like finished. So I bought the pack that has all 6 patterns and I liked the way it looked with this black border. So I decided to stitch it like this, but I just added the black border myself. That is not charted. And I have all the black border done. I finished doing that last year and I'm currently working on Catherine Parr, the blue one. That was the first one I started working on. So this is what I'm working on. And I will tell you how far I am. I'm at 62.45% on her, on just the cross stitching. There is back stitching in here as well. There is still about 1,800 stitches left to do in her. So I will just do 1,000 of those. And this one I am color completing. So I will just pick some colors and work on it. I have finished 5 of the colors in Catherine Parr. So I don't know how well you can see this, but this is like what I've done, but I will show you when I pull it out. For Ariel, because I definitely did not remember to do that last time, so I don't remember the percentage when I started because I forgot to tell you, but I am currently at 38.53%. That is a little off because I'm not doing the oval in the background that started, so I'm actually farther along than that. And I have done a total of 18,945 stitches on her. So yeah, I love her. I don't think I mentioned details on her when I started either. I think I did mention the count. I think it's 36 count over 2. This is by Pull Stitches, the fabric. I think it is Rose Petal maybe? But it's definitely by Pull Stitches. And yeah, I think I mentioned everything else. So I will get some dinner right now and pull out 6. And I'll show you that when I start working on it. Okay, the fan is even louder than in the previous clip, but hopefully you can still hear me. It is still the same day. It's getting quite late, but I'm going to make a small start on the 6 stitches. I did notice just that the color that has the most stitches left in Catherine Parr, I do not have. So that is number 1. Apparently that exists and I do not have it. The first one I have is number 2. So I have put that on the list of threads I need to buy sometime soon and I will skip it. There are more than 1,000 stitches in her that aren't in that color and hopefully I'll have the color the next time this comes up. If not, I can always move to one of the other queens, but I should be able to get it before then. The only issue is that the stores, there's like 1 or 2 stores that have DMC in my town, and I know the one that usually has all the colors doesn't carry the like lower colors. There's one other shop that is very sporadic in whether or not they have colors, so I can check there, but it's like fingers crossed they have it, and if they don't have it they can order it, but it'll take like a couple months usually, and in that case I will usually just order it online, but I'm not gonna order a DMC online when it's just one that I need because then the shipping is more expensive than the threads. So in that case I will wait until I need a couple things before I order it. But yeah, hopefully that shop will just have it, but yeah, it's very random what they have and when they have it. Like they have the whole like spinning thing, but so many of their like slots of DMC are just empty. So hopefully they'll have it. The one that usually has all the colors, I wish they carried the lower ones, but they don't. So anyway, this is my starting point and I will get 1,000 stitches into this. See you in the next clip then, when I will hopefully have that done. Hi, it is now Friday. I finished 1,000 stitches on 6. Couldn't think of the name. It ended up being like 1,000 and a little bit. I don't remember how many exactly, but it's just a little bit over 1,000. And this is what she looks like right now. I think next time I pull this out, I will finish Catherine Parr as long as I can find DMC1. So the one store in my town didn't have it as I predicted. The other store is stopping selling DMC entirely. Apparently they weren't selling enough. They also didn't have DMC1 and they're not ordering any new ones. So I will have to order it online. So I'm going to wait until I have a bit more than just one skein of DMC to order. So we'll see if next time I pull this out I have it yet or not. If not, I will just move on to other parts because like this project is a lot bigger than just Catherine Parr. And there's also still a bit that needs to be done in Catherine Parr that isn't DMC1, but the majority of it that still needs to be done is DMC1. So I've put it on a list, and once I have like a bit of stuff I need to order, I will order it online. And now it's time to work on a new project. So my idea was that I would do one more focus project, then I would watch an episode of The Mole and do the stitches associated with that, and then I would end this video. So I don't know how long this is going to end up being. I'm not going to randomly pull a project now because my mom was just visiting and she really loves my Disney piece. So I decided to just work on that one next since she wanted to see it again. So this is what it will look like finished. Mine is called Mickey's Artist. I know Tracy has a different name for hers, even though we bought it at the same like Etsy seller. So this is what it looks like. Tracy is from I'm so bad with names. I love her channel. I think it used to be World of Stitches, or it is now World of Stitches. I think it's now World of Stitches. Anyway, I will try to remember to link her below. I absolutely love her channel. She is quite far on Disney already. She started a lot later than me, and she is in this little corner. This is where she started, but it looks great. The Dalmatians, they're looking so beautiful. They are really making me want to stitch them, which is really nice because I was kind of dreading them beforehand because it's so much white. And I think it is going to be a struggle to stitch them because there's so much white and white-ish colors, but they look so good on her project. So definitely go check her out if you haven't already. Like I said, I will try and remember to link her. I don't know if I will because it will be like a week at least before I edit this, but this is my starting point. I'm not showing you the whole piece. I will do that when and if I move the hoop, but this is where I will be working on. I'm working on like this page. I don't know where the page ends and starts, but I know that this is like the line. I just don't know where horizontally it ends. And my goal for this is 2,000 stitches. So I will be on this for quite a bit. Sometimes this project goes really quickly and sometimes it goes really slowly. It just depends on how much changing of colors there are. Because there are sections where it's super confetti and ninja stitch heavy. And then there are also sections where you can just like go through colors, like entire lengths of DMC. Not this game, but entire lengths of like your strands. Just use it all up. So I don't know how fast this one will go. I think there are some parts that will be more ninja stitch heavy, like there's still a little bit of her face left, there's some of her arm and stuff, but then also her hair will be like pretty, like I think only a couple of colors for all of her hair. So I don't know, I'm excited though to work on this part. And yeah, I will do 2,000 stitches of this, and then after that we will do the mole stitching, which I'm also excited about. And speaking of that, I have something to show you. I forgot to show you this earlier, but in my little like hiatus-y part, I actually finished one of the mole pieces. So in my last like 24-hour challenge video, there was one project that was on the list for stitching that I needed to do for the mole, but I had reached the 24 hours, so I didn't work on it then. But since then, I did those stitches, and that finished it off. So this is sitting. It is a freebie from Taylor and Cromwell to asexuals sitting in a tree, SITTING. Please call the fire department. We are stuck. It's like a spin on the two people sitting in a tree, KISSING thing. I love it so much. And it is now finished. I have decided not to replace it in a mole yet. So I don't know if I've explained it in this episode, this video yet. So I'm going to quickly do that. If I have already done it, I'm sorry for the repeat. But the mole is the Dutch reality show, and I'm doing stitches based on it. Like every time someone finds a token, I will do a certain amount of stitches. Every time someone uses that token, I will do a certain amount of stitches. And every time someone goes home, I will do a certain amount of stitches. And there are 10 candidates. I have 10 projects assigned, so one to each like contestants. And this one is now finished. Rather than replacing it immediately with a new project, because I have no idea what I want to start yet. There are a lot of things I want to start, and I don't know if I want to start like something big, because there are some like big full coverage projects that I really want to work on, or something smaller, because there are also some small ones that I like, and I really enjoyed having something that's like attainable within this game finished. So I'm not sure yet what I want to replace it with. So for now, I will instead replace it with the project assigned to the person who went home in the first episode, since that project got the least amount of stitches this season. So once this season is over, I will pick out a new project to replace it with, so I have 10 projects again. But I think if I finish something within a season, I will just do that, like go to the oldest project, like the project that went home first. So right now that is my spring sampler, which is really exciting because I love that one. So I will show that to you when I actually do some of the mole stitching, but I wanted to show you my finish before I forgot again, because it is so cute. Yeah, that is it. I need to make some phone calls now, and then I will start stitching, and I will update you at some point. I don't know when yet, but I will update you, promise. A quick update. It is now the 1st of August. I have not been stitching as much as I wanted, though I have been stitching nearly every day, so we're getting back into it. It's just going so slowly. I have done about 1,000 stitches into this piece now, and I am loving it. I also love... Do I have something I can put behind it? My pillow. I love that, like, Cinderella's arm is kind of starting to appear, just because some of these border colors are appearing. But in general, I'm just in the area between colors, and that is so many ninja stitches. So many stitches where I just have to do like 5 stitches and then move to a different color. And it's just going slow. I love the way it looks, but I wish I was just like working on her hair instead of like the line between her dress and her hair, or her hair and the background. But I am going to continue doing it in like column-y order, just so I don't end with only ninja stitches. So in a little bit, I will be working more on like her hair again, but the page ends around here, like a little below here. So this is about what I have left to do in this page, but as you can see, I just take my colors wherever. But we're about halfway done with this goal now. It's definitely taking longer than expected, but I mean, that does make sense considering this goal is twice as big as my normal goals as well. So, yeah, I will continue working on it, and then I will see how much clips I have to see if I will do a round of my game as well, or if I'll just start next video of it, because I don't want this to be like 2 hours long. So we'll see how many clips I have and how long the video is once I actually finish this goal. Okay, hi. It is Monday, August 4th, I think. I'm heading to bed now. I'm really tired. But I just watched an episode of The Mole for my game stitching. I'm not going to show any whips right now because, like I said, I'm heading to bed. But while watching it, I realized that the project that I finished and that I showed earlier in this video and said, instead of picking a new start for it, I would just move that to the character who went home first. That project was assigned to the person who went home last episode. I won't actually have to stitch on that for this season anymore anyway. So, yeah, even though I had like all these thoughts about, oh, should I start a new project? Should I replace it? I completely just forgot that none of that is necessary because that person went home last episodes. That's why I stitched the 300 stitches for it last episodes. So, yeah, you will not be seeing my spring sampler after all, even though I did mention you would, because I was wrong about that. I'm kind of sad about it because I was excited to work on my spring sampler again, but hey, at least this way it gets only the actual stitches. There is a small chance that person will come back into the show. I don't expect it to happen. Someone already came back this season, and that itself is pretty rare. It's not something that happens every season, so I would be really shocked if it happened twice in one season, but I don't know, the season is weird. There are so many tokens, so many more than in the newer season, so I mean, never say never, but you probably won't see that anymore. So that spring sampler will just have to wait until the next season. I am planning on continuing like this, but I did just find out there's going to be a new season in November, because the show exists like, I don't know, 25 years, I think. So it's kind of like an anniversary season. Usually it's only in the winter, like at the beginning of the year, like January-ish, but they're going to have an extra season. So once that starts airing, I'm planning on pausing whatever season I'm in at that point and just doing it live. So watching every week and stitching those stitches that week, and like having it be more scheduled like I did when I started this, because I did start this to motivate me to actually finish the seasons, because I have a really bad habit of starting to watch them when they air live, and then falling behind and never catching up, and then at the end hearing spoilers and never finishing it. So I really started it to like motivate myself to watch it every week. Like, even if I don't watch it live, I usually don't watch it live because it's late in the evening and I'm tired, but to like watch it the next day. Sorry, this piece of hair is annoying me. But to watch it the next day immediately, so that I don't hear spoilers, but I also stay caught up. So I am gonna do that again starting November, to like be caught up. So once the new season airs, but I will just keep going as I am with old seasons until then. I'm still in the first season that I'm doing the old seasons of, and like I said, the show now exists 25 years, so there's more than enough to watch. So I'll just continue doing that, and then I'll just pause whatever season I'm in at that point. I can show you a quick sneak peek of Disney, because that is what I was stitching on, but honestly it won't change much between now and when I show you the final project. The final like from the 2000 stitches, because I only have like 155 left to do tomorrow before I reach the 2000 goal. And with this project, that is not always very visible. I am currently working in her hair, so I'm working on some like brighter colors that might be more visible, but yeah, it's only 155 stitches that are still left to do. But I am loving the way it's looking. You can see Cinderella's arm appearing, even though I've not stitched anything in the arm itself, just because the background is starting to like line it, and her dress, and I love the way this is now looking. And yeah, I love this project. I love the way it always ends up looking. And I will put the last 155 stitches in tomorrow, and then I will start the game stitching, which is 1100 this time around. So it's quite a bit. But I am excited for that. We're going to work on a couple different projects. I think there were like 5 different projects. 6. And we're going to work on 6 different projects. So that's kind of exciting. No, nothing is going to get too many stitches. The most is the 300 for the person who went home. But there were quite a bit of tokens in play again. I don't know what it is about this season. They just love giving them to the contestants. And the contestants they really want them. To the point where they're actually stealing them from each other, which I don't think I've seen in another season. You can tell this is a really old season, because it seems like the contestants are less aware of like this being aired publicly as such. Like, obviously they know, but like they're kind of mean to each other. Like, you can tell they don't like each other. And I mean, they're all like famous Dutch people, like they're all known people, so they're not like just random people off the streets. So they all have like a career in the public eye. And nowadays they would just pretend to like each other. You just know that. They would just like want to appear good and not be like so openly hostile to each other. And like in this old season, they do not like each other, and they're like completely open about that. They like shit talk each other. They're mean to each other. They steal from each other. I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah, I'm not enjoying it as much as the newer seasons because of that. But I think this is kind of like when it starts being more prominent. So probably in the next couple of seasons, they'll start at least pretending to like each other. It is interesting to see though, like a little glimpse back in the past, because I don't think you'd ever see that nowadays. Like on reality TV shows like Love Island, you might, but not. Those are meant for drama. Not on these types of shows where they're like famous people. I think they would always all like pretend to maybe not be best friends, but at least be cordial to each other. They would like have media training. And you can tell these people haven't had that. So yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, this video is getting really, really long. I will try and edit it and see how long it is. I might end it here and then do the game stitching in next video. I will decide that tomorrow because I need to do 155 stitches first. So I'll see you then. Well, it is Tuesday evening. It's later than I had hoped to finish the stitches, but I was really tired today, so I spent quite a bit of it asleep. But I did finish my goal of 2,000 stitches now, and I think you can actually see the difference with yesterday because I did a bunch of this in her hair, and that is like much more noticeable. But I love the way it's looking. Yeah, I did 2,005 stitches total in this project. It's gonna go away now until it gets spooled again, but I am really enjoying it. I think next time I work on it, I will finish this page probably. Like, definitely, right? Yeah. Next time that page will be finished and the hoop will be moved. When it comes to that point, I will actually like pull it out and show you the full thing, but it's really annoying to get it in the hoop. So I only do that when I finish a page. But yeah, this is what I have worked on. So I have decided that I'll just add the game to this video because I said I would, and I think that is more fun for you to watch. So I don't think I went into detail about the game already. If I did, I'm really sorry. You're gonna have to hear it again. But my game stitching is based on some stitching that Jessie Marie did from Jessie Marie Does Stuff. I don't know if she still does it. I don't think so, but maybe she's doing it again. I don't know. I'm really behind on watching Flosstube, but last year she did some stitching based on Big Brother as well as on Great British Bake Off, and depending on what happened in the episode, she would do a certain amount of stitches on a certain project. And I've kind of adopted that into a Dutch reality TV show. I know I talked a bit about the show already in this video, but it's basically just 10 famous Dutch people. I keep doing like I can't think of the name, but air quotes, because usually they're people I've never heard of. So like they're not like famous, but they are known. And I don't really keep up on Dutch celebrities, so maybe they are quite famous, but usually they're people I've not heard of. There's like one or two usually that I recognize, but anyway, it's 10 Dutch celebrities. They're doing like mini games to earn money, but one of them is the mole and is secretly trying to sabotage them, and they have to figure out who it is. At the end of each episode, they do a quiz to determine who they think the mole is. The person with the most questions wrong gets sent home. There are a couple of different types of tokens that you can get throughout the game. So first of all, I have assigned a project to all of the 10 contestants. And whenever someone goes home, I will do 300 stitches on their projects. Besides that, the tokens are how the projects get stitches. So there's a basic token which allows one question on their quiz to be counted as correct, even though it's wrong. Every time someone finds or gets one of those tokens, I will do 50 stitches on their project. And every time someone uses them, I will do another 50 on their project. So those are the normal tokens. Then there are special tokens that like get you through for an episode. I know in later seasons there are tokens that will like cancel out every token used by someone. Like there are some special tokens. Any special token is 100 stitches. So for getting them as well as using them. The particular season I'm watching is season 6. That is the oldest season I was able to easily find online to watch. And this season has a lot of regular tokens, like much more than the modern seasons that I'm used to have. So I will do 1100 stitches this week. So I just watched episode 5. I will name them. So if you watch my videos before, you might recognize the projects. I'm not going to show you them all now, but obviously I will show you a starting point when I actually pull them out to work on, so you will see them. But if you follow me, you might be familiar with some of these projects. I'm going to quickly name them. So project number 2, which is Robins, will get 150 stitches. Project number 4, which is Amphitrite, will get 300 stitches because that is the project that went home. Project number 7 is going to get just 100 stitches. That is the Pumpkin Patch Pals. My stitching cell, which I think is actually called a Stitcher's Paradise, is going to get 200 stitches. Kiki's Delivery Service is going to get 200 as well. And my Pride Blackwork is going to get 150. So those are the projects that I will be working on. I don't have like a particular order in mind. I'm just going to pull one out of this bag. So this is the one that has all the odd ones in here on my list. This is my finish. You've already seen it. I'm showing it again. That's the one I talked about in the last clip. I've already shown it, but I love it. I need to put it away somewhere, but for now it's going to live in this bag. What is this? Pumpkin Patch Pals. I guess we're starting with Pumpkin Patch Pals. So this is my starting point for Pumpkin Patch Pals. Let me see if I can find a cover picture for you, because that would probably be nice to know, right? What it's gonna look like finished. This is quite a small one. I got this out of a magazine. Don't remember which magazine it is. I have access to like 3 different ones from my library. So I'm not sure which one it is, but once I open it, I can tell you. Here it is. This is from Just Cross Stitch, the Autumn 2024 magazine. The picture is brighter than it is in real life. I don't know how I feel about that. But the colors are definitely like lighter in the picture, like for me as well. But this is what it will look like when it's finished, just like a couple shades darker. And yeah, I am quite far along on this one already. I finished 2 of the kittens. I'm working on the 3rd. I won't be finishing it this week, I don't think, because I think it only had 150, right? Only 100. So yeah, it's definitely not getting a finish, but it is really close. So probably will get finished this season because the person who this is attached to is not sent home yet. And I definitely think there are in 300 stitches this will be done. So yeah, this will be finished this season, but not today, not this like episode week. But that is my starting point, and I'm gonna do 100 stitches on that, and then I will check back in with you again. Hi, it's the next morning. I'm feeling pretty ill, so I don't know how much I'm gonna get done. It's either gonna be a lot or nothing at all, but I did do the 100 stitches on Pumpkin Patch Pals. It is so far, like next time it will definitely be a finish. It's so close. I am loving it. I finished the black and I did like 3 stitches of the gray just to reach the hundreds. But yeah, it's so cute. I love this piece. I'm very excited to have it finished. Though I will then have to replace it, which I am not excited about because it's so cute. I just want to keep working on it. But yeah, the cute little kitties. They're nearly done. So I did 100 stitches on those. And next I'm gonna work on Kiki's delivery service. The goal for that is 200 stitches. This is what it will look like when it's finished. And I'm working this one extreme cross country, so I'm just doing all the black right now. I did do the brown on the bottom already. And this is my starting point. So this needs 200 stitches. I don't think that will finish off the black. Let me see, because this one isn't pattern keeper, so I can tell. Yeah, no, definitely not. There's still like 1400 stitches of black. It's not even close to finishing it off. So we'll do 200 and just see how far that gets me. But yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna work on words or on Kiki. Kiki is more fun for me because I don't really like stitching words. So I think I will stitch the words, so I don't have to like. So those are get done quicker. The parts I don't like as much. I like projects that have words on them, but I don't like stitching them. I don't enjoy stitching words. But there are so many cute projects that have words on them, so I think I will continue with the words. So definitely put the I in for impression, and then continue a bit above that. See if we can get more words done. It will say smile so we can make a good impression when it's finished. But since this still has 1400 black stitches, I don't think 200 will finish that off, but it will make a nice chunk probably. And yeah, that is what I'm gonna be working on next. And I'll see you once those 200 stitches are done. Oh my god, my mind is not working right. I don't know how noticeable that has been, but it's noticeable to me. Like, I cannot think. And I really need to think about whether or not I feel well enough to work tomorrow. Because otherwise I'll need to like call in today. I can call in tomorrow morning, but that's like such a short time between calling in and when like it actually starts that I always feel bad about doing that. So I wanna like decide today if I feel well enough to work, but fingers crossed I'll feel better this afternoon. But right now I'm feeling pretty crappy. That's okay though. It's mostly just because the weather keeps changing. Like sometimes it's so hot and then suddenly it's like raining and cold, and I think that's probably mostly why. Also, whenever it's hot I need to have a fan on or like I go insane, but that obviously also isn't really like healthy to constantly have air blowing in your face. So I think that is also part of why I now have a cold. But anyway, I'm gonna get some more stitching done on that, and I'll see you in the next clip. Hi, it is now Friday, so it's been a bit. I did end up going to work yesterday, but I did not do any stitching, so that's why we skipped today. I did now finish the 200 stitches on Kiki's delivery service. I ended up doing 213 of them, and we're quite far along with the letters. So we still need smile, so, and the W of we, but most of the words are now done, which is exciting. And next I'm gonna do 150 stitches on the robins. This is my starting point. I just remembered that I have not shown you what it will look like finished. Sorry, I have the hiccups. So let me do that. This is what it will look like finished. It is by Cindy Nielsen, and the charting is by Fret Geeks. This is a full coverage, but I'm not stitching all the white backgrounds. And I'm doing this on 36 1/1 full cross. And yeah, this is what she'll look like finished. I really love this design, and like I said, this is my starting point. This is only gonna get 150 stitches, so especially on a project like this, that's not gonna be like visibly much of a difference, but I'm still excited to work on it. So the percentage of this is obviously fully messed up because I marked all the stitches I'm not doing as complete. So I can't tell you the percentage because it says I'm like 65% done. Obviously I'm not. It's just all the white background that is marked as complete. But yeah, this is my starting point, and I will see you in 150 stitches. Okay, it's later the same day and I finished 158 stitches on my robin's piece. So this is what it looks like now. I think the most like visible difference is that I filled this blob in more, but I did a lot of like really light colors like all the way up here. But mainly I just pick whatever color like fills in this 10 by 10 block and then just put it everywhere until the thread runs out. So yeah, it's probably not like visibly much different, but I do really enjoy this piece and I like I like working on it. I like how much progress I feel like I'm making just because it's relatively small for a full coverage. Like you can see like the strand of hair like appearing. But yeah, 158 stitches. It's not a lot, but it's some progress. And next, I'm gonna work on my stitching cell, which is a Stitches Paradise. This is what it will look like finished. This is a very blurry like picture of it, but it gives you an idea. This is from a magazine. I think it was the World of Cross Stitch or just Cross Stitching magazine, but it was their like year-long sale, like I think 2 years ago now. And my starting point is here. So the middle block is fully finished and I'm moving to the one to the right of it. And yeah, I will add 200 stitches to this and see how far that gets me. I'm not sure. I think I'll definitely finish off this like skein and work on the next one, but I don't know how much 200 stitches will be, but this is what I'm working on next. I really love this project. I think it looks so pretty. This one is, oh, I don't know how much my camera moved. It's fine. This one is obviously divided into parts because it was, my camera keeps moving. At least it hasn't fallen completely yet. So hopefully no like really loud noises for you, but let's keep this short. Yeah, like I was saying, this is divided into parts. So I'm just doing one part fully, including all the backstitching before moving to the next one. I finished one part and I'm working on the second one. I think this is 36 count over 2, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, I'm gonna start stitching on this now. Well, first I'm gonna eat dinner, but then I will start stitching on this. So see you in the next clip before my camera fully falls. Hi, it is now Sunday. I actually finished the stitches for the Stitches Paradise sale yesterday, but I just realized that I never filmed a clip for it. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, show you now. This is where I ended up. I did 200 stitches exactly. I finished all the purple. I finished the little bands in the green DMC. Those still need to be done on the purple one, and then there will be 2 more eventually, but for now it's gonna go away. And I also, in the meantime, stitched 300 stitches on Amphitrite because I didn't realize that I never showed you the I didn't realize I forgot to film the last clip. So I not only didn't show you the Stitch Paradise, I also didn't show you the starting point. I can show you quite easily though. So this is what it will look like finished. I started in the middle. I went up and did this like little conch, and now I'm just trying to move my way to the bottom because I do prefer stitching from the bottom up. So that is just what I worked on. I'm gonna try and cover it so you can see my starting point. So this is, okay, this is what I had done previously, and this is what I have done now. So I did 301 stitches. I did this like light green to move the seaweed down, and then I came across this blue and I just only stitched in this blue. There's more to be done in this blue, but I reached the 300 stitches. This will be a dolphin at some point, but not anytime soon because next time I will probably try and move down again. But yeah, this is what it will look like. The light isn't really working with it, but yeah. So I do really like this project. It is really big. I did not realize it was this big. Even like looking at the fabric, just when I'm stitching, it's so big. So I am hoping I did the math right and it will fit. I'm pretty sure it will, but it might be closer than I had anticipated. But I'm sure I did the math when I picked the fabric and it will fit, but it's just bigger than I thought it would be. But yeah, I worked basically over here in the dolphin, and I will continue working my way downwards. Next time it gets pulled, that will be a while though, because that is the whip that went home in this episode. So it's going to go away until the next season of the show. And we're about halfway through the season now. So that is going to go away. And then the only thing that I still have to stitch for this week's episode is 150 stitches on my Pride blackwork. I hope I'm talking at an okay volume. I have my noise cancelling headphones on because I'm being a bit sensitive to noise right now. So that helps me a lot, but then I never know if I'm talking too loud or too softly or whatever. So I'm just opening the pattern right now to show you what the blackwork will look like finished. It is called Inclusive Pride. It is by Peppermint Purple Blackwork Designs. Peppermint Purple is just their name. Amphitrite was by Bella Filipina. Don't know if I mentioned that before, but okay, you cannot see that. This is as dark as I'm gonna be able to get it. So yeah, you can kind of see it there. That is what it will look like finished. I don't know what I'm gonna work on. I have one parked thread, so I will work that one in first, and then I don't know if that will reach the 150 or not, but yeah, this is my starting point, and I will do 150 stitches on this. That's actually 300 because 2 back stitches counts as 1 stitch in like all my stitchy games, so that's just the way I'm counting it. So I will do 300 back stitches to like count for 150 stitches. But yeah, I will get started on that, and then I will end this video, start a new one, and also start a regular rotation piece again. So I'll probably do it the same way I did this, in that I will do like around 3 of like my main rotation projects and then do an episode. I think that is a nice like amount of work on everything. So that is probably what's gonna happen, and you'll see that in the next video though. For now, I'm gonna work on my Inclusive Pride blackwork, and then I will end this video. Hi everyone, it is now Tuesday the 18th or 19th of August. As you may notice, it's been over a week since the last clip. We had another heat wave, there was some family stuff going on, and my chronic fatigue acted up a lot. So I actually did not do any stitching for over a week. But I finally got some stitching out again and finished 150 stitches on my Pride blackwork. So with that, it is done for right now. This episode of the mole is completely finished. I ended up doing 300 back stitches to count for the 150, and I just worked on the black border because I didn't really feel like learning a new pattern, because all of them have a different pattern inside. So yeah, this is it, and that is gonna be it for this video. I have no idea how long it ended up being, time-wise, like to starting day to now. It ended up spanning quite a bit of time, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know. And I will hopefully be stitching more regularly again. It went quite well for a lot of this video. Just the last like week and a half, I didn't get anything done, which is so annoying, but we're just starting fresh again. So we're done with this episode right now of the mole. All of the stitches for it are complete, and with that I'm also ending my vlog, and next vlog will just start fresh. So thanks again for watching. I feel like I'm repeating myself, so I'm just gonna stop talking. I hope you all have a lovely day and get lots of stitches in. Bye!